Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my series on IB Math. In this video, we will be tackling question 6 of the 2021 IB exam. So the question states that it is given that cosecant theta is equal to 3 halves, where pi over 2 is less than theta is less than 3 pi over 2. And the question is asking to find the exact value of cotangent theta. So, the first thing that I like to do when given a question like this is to rewrite cosecant theta into a form that's more familiar. So, if I remember correctly, cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sine theta. And so this is also equal to, or I guess I should write it down here. This is also equal to 3 halves. So because these two things are equal to each other, we can kind of equate them. So it would become 1 over sine theta is equal to 3 halves. And now if we reciprocate both sides, but like really what we're doing is we're cross multiplying and we're moving the 3 to the other side, we get sine theta equals 2/3. And you can use this information to draw a triangle, which will help us solve for cotangent theta. So let's get to it. If this angle here is theta, and sine is 2 over 3, then how do you label this triangle? Well, you remember from trigonometry that sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So this is equal to 2 over 3. So that means that 2 is the opposite side from theta. So this side here. And 3 is the hypotenuse. So now we can fill in the missing side using Pythagorean theorem. So 9, which is 3 squared, minus 4, which is 2 squared, is root 5. So now we can kind of use this triangle in order to figure out what cotangent theta is. But before we do that, it's also better to rewrite cotangent theta into a form that we recognize. So cotangent theta is equal to 1 over tan theta. And we know that tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent from basic trigonometry. So if we take the reciprocal, or I guess like what we're actually doing is we're multiplying the a over, and then we're multiplying both sides by 1 over tan theta. So times 1 over tan theta, 1 over tan theta. The tan theta cancel out. Then we get a is equal to O over tan theta. Then a over O is equal to cotangent theta, because that's the reciprocal of tan theta. So for cotangent theta, we're looking for A over O. So if we go back to the diagram right here, we can see that the adjacent side is root 5. So let's write that down. And then we know that the opposite side is 2. And there you have it. We have found the exact value of cotangent theta. Well, actually not yet, because this is assuming that cotangent theta is positive in the domain given. But we don't actually know that. So, to figure out the sign of cotangent theta, let's first draw a unit circle. So we're given that cosecant theta is in the domain of pi over 2 is less than theta is less than 3 pi over 2. So remember from unit circles that this point here, or let's use a different color. This point here is pi over 2, and this point here is 3 pi over 2. So basically, like, it could be here or it could be here. So now, like, where exactly is, like which quadrant are we looking at? So because we're given that cosecant theta is positive, this also must mean that sine theta is positive. If we look back at this equation, if sine theta were negative, then 1 over a negative number is still going to be negative. So cosecant would be negative. But in this case, cosecant is positive, so that must mean that sine theta is positive. So that eliminates this quadrant right here. So basically, it must be in this quadrant here. And in this quadrant, because like we don't really know the relationship between the sine and cotangent theta, but we do know the relationship for tan theta. And we know that for this quadrant, remember the cast rule. In this quadrant, both like sine is positive. And what's the significance of that? Well, tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. And because only sine theta is positive in this quadrant, we know that cos theta must be negative. So therefore, tan theta is also negative. And because tan theta is negative, cotangent theta is negative. Not sure if you follow with the reasoning, but like, that's basically how I think of it. And so here, we'll make a small correction to this final statement here, and we'll just add a negative sign. And everything's been accounted for. We found the value of cotangent theta. So, hope you found this helpful in any way. And I'll see you in the next one.